Go ahead, hit the recording. And I'm wearing my Wonder Woman shirt today, guys. We're going to be Wonder Woman today. I'm wearing Wonder Woman and you guys are wearing even better. Living to be awesome. Hold on. Can you just let's just get a picture of this. Yeah. Okay. We are going to do iron cardio today. So what I want you to do is just find yourself, do either of you have like a Pilates ball? Like, do you have or like even a yoga block would work, or like a soft towel rolled up, or another yoga mat rolled up. Something. We're just going to do a bit of breathing. I'm going to get a pillow. I'm going to use a pillow. Okay. So this is what this is. Okay. Oh, look at this. I'm going to use this. We're just going to do a bit of breathing. We're going to breathe through our rib cage. Okay. So we're going to come on into child's pose. I'm going to put this a little bit on an angle like this. And I forgot to bring myself a kettlebell today too. My goodness. So we're just going to take that. And if it was like a Pilates ball, we're just going to invite it. If you could put your hands like around on your rib cage here, just giving some nice skin stimulation there first, just around that area there. Underneath that is where, under that rib cage is where our diaphragm is. So if you want to just slightly, ever so gently go around the edge of that and just giving some nice, maybe gentle pushes, seeing if you can get your fingers underneath your rib cage and just getting a bit of stimulation there. Pause and notice. And that's where we want this ball, pillow, yoga block to go. Okay, I'm going to put this in half like this. And then we're just going to get that in there in between our thighs. And then we're just going to take some inhales. You can put your hands down. You can reach out. For me, this just feels like enough for me. I'm going to let my shoulder blades fall to the sides of my rib cage. Shoulders are away from the ears. I'm going to take an inhale through my nose with my tongue to the roof of my mouth. And just feeling that pressure of filling up the rib cage, and that pillow or object that you have is just massaging into the front and allowing more air to go to the back of your rib cage. Exhale, like you're fogging a mirror, and allow yourself to fall over, but also fully exhale to notice what's happening with the core alignment. Okay, but we're letting this upper body go as we do that. Okay, so let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale fully, like we're fogging a mirror. Letting the shoulder blades fall and opening up the back of the rib cage and noticing a nice core alignment in the front. 3 more breaths like that. Fully letting that exhale all the way out. 2 more breaths. Noticing now my arms are able to come down just with that breathing. It's like I have wings and I'm just feeling that expansion in the upper back. Maybe some sounds want to happen as you are exhaling. 1 more of these here. Come on out of that. That always makes me yawn. I want you to notice what that has felt like for you. Any different sensations that are happening in the body, and any postures that want to express into that sensation. And take a moment just to notice how that feels emotionally as well. Okay. We're going to go ahead and turn that over to the side now. So coming on into the side of the rib cage, we're going to allow that. Nicer if it's something soft, okay? And you're just going to, like a blanket rolled up. We're going to come in and just get our stack of our rib cage, and then we're going to do the same thing. Inhale with the same breath. And exhale. 5 breaths here. Inhales like we don't hear them, tongue to the roof of the mouth, filling the rib cage with patience till it's fully in. Take a pause before you exhale. I find adding sound to it really helps. Feel that nice pull down of the rib cage as you exhale. Inhale again after you're ready and you fully exhaled and had a pause. Start to notice that the breath knows when it wants to come in and when it wants to exhale. So let those natural pauses the body wants happen. Oh, notice you yawn. Yawns are just such a thing for me when I'm here. We're all unique and different. One more breath here. We'll switch over to the other side. Take a moment and feel before you go over. Letting this new spaces that you've created have an opportunity to be curious about what that feels like. Okay. Rather than just bypassing that it's just a temporary thing. It's like, hey, I want this to come with us today. I want this to be my new way of feeling in my breath, in my thoracic spine, my rib cage, in my thoughts, in the way I'm thinking and feeling, the energy, the emotional energy behind it. Switching to that other side when you're ready. Getting curious, is one side tighter than the other? Can you relax more into this? Do you notice yourself holding tension? Can you let it go? Two more breaths here. Slowly coming out of that again, just taking a moment to notice and feel. What is that breath shifted in you? What does it feel like? How can you be with it and let it feel a little more balanced? And then we're going to go ahead and put that at the upper back here, okay? Kind of like where those shoulder blades are, and just open up if your arms can go overhead, and just go for some breaths here. Noticing that we now have a little bit of resistance and massage to the backside of the rib cage and allowing more air to stretch in here. And when you're overhead and you exhale, you can really get a nice lengthening here. So feeling that, only going to what feels like it's stretching, not making you hold other areas of yourself tight. Always using the same breath here, inviting some nice relaxation. Two more breaths. Noticing you're being held by gravity, taking a look around the room as you're breathing. One more breath. Noticing if your body's doing some natural movement, let it in. And you'll slowly get yourself, oh my goodness, out of that. And noticing what you feel, any subtle changes. And then we're going to slowly take that to all fours. Move through that spine a little bit before we go to beast to down dog. Hey, Steve. So coming on in, hands are flayed. Okay, knees are in line with the wrists. So are the toes. So they're not in. Okay, everything's in a nice line. Let's go ahead and just notice how that rib cage feels with all that extra air and movement and expansion and attention and moving of energy through it. Noticing how that feels. Take a moment and let's get into our wrists. We have a lot of overhead stuff today. Okay, a lot of our power and overhead. You're going to make sure that those wrists, just put them in all directions, get curious, play with it, notice what do you normally love? What do you normally need? Can you do it from a place of the same idea of breathing into it and expanding it? And then shaking those wrists out. We're going to go into beast to down dog. We're going to keep that openness in our hips. So I want you to even, maybe you need a skin stimulation just to remind those glutes to stay lengthened, okay, in this position. Okay, we're going to get that shoulder over top of the wrist, a nice relaxed jaw and neck. We're taking that inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth like we have been all morning so far. And then on that exhale, you're hovering up those knees. On the next inhale, when the breath feels called to do so, you're going to put your head through the window, the arms keep lengthen your glutes. Imagine that you're getting your ears right by your biceps, lengthening your spine. Think about your tailbone reaching up away from your head rooting to the ground, and your heels are driving back towards where the wall and the floor meet. If the heels can go down, let them, but don't do it to sacrifice all position. From here, you're going to keep that crease in your hips. Seat bones, lengthen the glutes. You're going to start to pull from the backside of your rib cage and bend your knees to bring yourself back into that beast position. You can tap your knees or hover. And we're going to go back for 4 of those, flowing in a way that feels delicious for you. We've been doing these for a long time. Make sure that tail doesn't tuck as you're coming down into that beast position. So we don't want to round through that back and tuck, and then our shoulders didn't match over top of our wrists. Okay, so just check in on each position. Here, what do I feel like in the top? What do I notice in the middle? What do I notice when I get down to the bottom? You got one more of these. Good. And then pulling yourself down. Take a moment to shake out of that. I got to go get myself a kettlebell. So you guys take a moment. You're going to find yourself to a stand. We're going to be doing Prying goblet squat next. So I want you to go ahead and get a light weight to just warm ourselves up here. I got my weight. You guys got your weights. You feeling good here? All right, so we're going to step up over that weight. We're going to come on into some Prying goblet squats. Take that inhale, that exhale we just had. I want you to think about lengthening those glutes like we did in the loaded beast, okay? From here, we're going to pause for a minute before we pick it up. Something I want you guys to think about, because we have some swinging today, some cleaning. I want you to think about that crease in your hip. Can you deepen it? And think about that length in the glutes, but that hip is going like on an angle, almost like where the wall and the floor meet. Different than in our down dog when we thought about it going up to the ceiling. We still want to have that crease, but then we're going to pull down a little bit. So take a couple of those to go up to the ceiling. I feel that length. I have that openness in the hips. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pull so I feel my hamstrings turn on. And now that seat bones had the same position, but now they're closer to where the floor and the wall meet. Let's come out of that. That can be spicy to hold. Oh, did you feel that? Yes? That's what we want to think about when we're loading ourselves up for the clean. Okay, for our swings, we want to be able to feel that. Notice my shoulders were higher than my hips. So let's go ahead, take all of those things that we've just warmed up. A nice big inhale. Exhale fully. We're going to go next. Inhale, get those hips where we want them to be. Pull those hamstrings on. Get our hands on the bell. Turn those lats on like we did in the loaded beat and pick it up. Amazing. From here, let's pull ourselves down into the bottom of our squat. Go for a couple rocks here. Then find the center. Take an inhale, exhale, and push away the floor. Good. We're going to come back down. Pull yourself down. Just move into the ball of your foot on one side, the ball of your foot on the other, really dragging that heel back. Take an inhale. Feel that pelvic floor expand, and exhale, pick it up by pushing away the floor. Okay, 3 more of those. Just rocking in, opening up your joints, but then finding that breath in that core. We're really priming up how we want to breathe, how we want to have a duality of openness in joints, and a nice stability and strength and alignment in our core and our muscles. Okay, so 1 more here. Noticing that with this intention and this way of thinking and this focus, with being the whole journey of the squat, the way down and the way up, using our breath, each squat has felt a little bit different. Put that down and just make a note of that. Talking and doing today feels like a lot for me. So I'm going to hear a lot of vocal noises from me, and that's just what I need today. So I invite that if you need them to, join in. Okay, we're going to take this back up into a goblet position, and we're going to go into a lunge matrix. So that just means we're going to step forward. We're going to step to the side. Make sure you really step to the side, not to the front or the back. Push that hip back. You're then going to take this step back here, and then we're going to curtsy. Now in the curtsy, I want you to be careful that you didn't turn everything on this angle. We're still going to push this hip back, so it might just look more like a balance beam. Okay, that we're still putting that leg over, but not enough so that we change our posture and shift to the side. Okay, so let's go ahead, get over our bells. It's so natural for us now to take an inhale, exhale, turn it on. Next inhale, we open the hips. Next exhale, we pick it up. Okay, from here, you're gonna go ahead, step yourself forward, pull down, push away. Okay, we're gonna come here, push that hip back, push away, take that down, push to the front leg this time, and then find that curtsy, keeping honest. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky to figure it out. Okay, we got 2 more rounds of this. So go ahead, pull yourself down, push, use the same breath we did in the Prying goblet. Now here on this one, you also wanna be careful that you didn't turn yourself around. So always keep going, but that sternum light on the head, on your, or light here and on your pelvic bones, always facing forward in all of these lunges. Go for 1 more time around, so a 3rd time. Good. And when you're done, I want you to make sure that you put that weight down as pretty as you picked it up. Leg's always tricky for me. And then put that down. Yeah, check in what you need. Notice if there's any touches your body wants to do. Notice your breath. Notice any sounds that you're making. And movements. Yeah, the body naturally doing any kind of movement, postural changes to absorb what just happened. Maybe even notice what you're looking at and how you're making sense of the world around you. What do you hear? Hearing your own voice. Okay, let's go to the other side. What did you learn? What do you want to take with you on this side? Okay, what was good? What's going to be just 1% different? Okay, let's go ahead. Clean that bell up. Just using your breath. We don't really need to dictate it anymore. You're just doing it. You just trust that. That's what it's cool to, start these workouts with the mind really, giving some guidance. But then can we let the body have some independence and feeling it and moving with the mind witnessing it and the body having permission to actually ask the mind if it's okay. But there's this beautiful communication between your mind and body. Times around, smoothing it out. Amazing. Oh, again, you're going to put that weight down as pretty as you picked it up. Oh my goodness. I have to say, those are really beautiful. Good work. Awesome, awesome. Nice. Take in again, noticing those things. What's my breath doing? Notice as I'm with my breath, what's my body? How's it moving differently on the other side of this? Noticing if I'm touching myself or do I need to maybe give any kind of external love to my body. Orientating yourself to the space as this new version of yourself. Excellent. And noticing any sounds that are accompanying with this. Oh, a sigh or anything like that. Maybe you have music on and it's speaking to you. What is it? What's happening? Okay, so we are moving on in. We're going to work on our deadlift. We don't have to do as much thinking. That was more of setting the tone. Okay, now the body knows how to feel. We're going to allow this to happen. Okay, we're going to come on into a deadlift, a single leg deadlift. Nope, single arm deadlift. Okay, 5 on each side. So you might want this a little heavier. Okay, and then we're going to take a little break and we're going to go into 5 single arm swings on each side and then take a little break. And we're just going to do 2 rounds of this just to prime ourselves up and get ready for working on one side while the other is helping, right? Not off. We don't have one side on, one side off. One is still having to be on, but we're working on not rotating too much. Does that make sense? This is the balance of what we've been working on. Okay, so again, you guys are going to have a heavier bell than me. All right, you're going to really challenge yourself here. We're going to take that inhale, that exhale, that setup that we practiced, and you're going to go for 5 single arm deadlifts. Feel that plank position, feel that openness in your joints. When you're done, just shift yourself over to the side, okay? And go for 5 on the other side. Notice the position didn't really change. Everything looks the same. You're just shifting that weight over to the other side. It gets to have more of the leading role this time. The other one has more of a supporting role. You're going to take a nice little break. You're going to shake that in. Go again to all that orientation. It should just be natural now. You're just going to your breath. You're noticing what your body's doing. You notice if there's any sounds. You notice, what else is there? I don't know. Your thoughts, sensations, emotions, any of those things. You're just curious. And now we're going to go ahead and set that up in that tripod. Okay, we're going to be on that tripod. We're going to shove those hips back. Anchor in. Find what we felt. And then patience for it to hit the zipper. And then back down. Hit the ground. Patience. 5 of those on each shot. Take a nice little shake out between sides. Coming back down. That's all right. All right. Go ahead. Other side. 5 swings. Resetting it each time. Oh, yeah. Noticing if you've loaded up your hips the right way in the bottom. Be present with the start, the middle, and the end of this motion. Yeah. Take a moment, shake it out, little break. We're going one more round of this. Back to the single leg deadlift, single arm deadlift, okay? Finding yourself here over your bell. Nice couple little breaths. Noticing your heart. There's going to be a lot of heart beating today, okay? So let's connect it with our breath when we need it. Let them help each other to know that it's a safe place to be. We're going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but still safe, okay? So let's go ahead. Other side's going to be on. Make sure that it's on, okay? Take your inhale. Come on down. Exhale. You're picking up. Five reps. Take a moment. Can put that over the other side, or another little cool thing is you stand up. We're still doing deadlifts on each side, okay? Single arm deadlift. Switch to the other side, 5 deadlifts. Keep your feet rooted. Other side on. Taking a nice little break. It is one of my things that I like to do is just walk around the bell. So take a nice little shake out. Notice how you're feeling in your rest. And you'll see that I'm keeping this over to this side here. Watch, okay? I can do all my reps here. And then when I take my rest, I walk over and then I do it here. So I didn't have to pick up the bell. I didn't have to waste any energy. I am that kind of person that preserves my energy by going, well, if I just walk over here, I don't go like this. It takes me away because I have a brain that went, okay, this is done. Oh, gotta go here. Already on to the next thing before rest. So it's just a small little sneaky way to stay in the present moment. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, take an inhale, and exhale. Come on in. This hand's gotta help, right? Swing it back. We're gonna go for continuous swings this time. Set it down. Come on over, walk it over. Take an inhale, exhale, and check in on my body. Check in on my body. How do I feel? How have I set myself up for the best workout ever? Because we're going in. We're going in. We're doing Turkish get-ups. We haven't done them in a bit. Okay, so kettlebell swings, 15. Get a weight that's going to feel spicy, okay? Not, well, spicy, but comfortable. All right, get some load. Trust yourself. Feel this. We only have 2 rounds of this. Then you're going to do 5 presses on each side, strict presses. Or we're going to really work on that same anti-rotational work we talked about. Hips are forward, sternum forward. Get under the bell. The side that you're working on, we're going to do 5 presses. Okay, on each side, then 1 Turkish get up on each side. All right, are we good for it? Yes? Okay, here we go. So, again, I don't have that heavy bell, but you will. You're going to find yourself, this is no different than what you're doing with a single arm. Okay, you're just going to feel power. You're taking your inhale, your exhale, come on in and feel those hips go to that back of the, or where the wall and the floor meet. Remember what that feels like in your hamstrings each time. 15 reps. Patience for that bell to come down and then yield it. Put it down pretty. Check in on your breath. Get your 15 reps. You're checking in. That should just be natural now. You know how to do that. It gets quicker now. The body is wanting to autopilot for you. Ah, yeah, I come to my breath. I come to my body. Notice sounds. I orientate myself into this space. Touch myself if I need to. Little taps. Okay, now we're coming on in. You're going to clean that bell up. You're going to find that weight that you can strict press. You're finding your plank and you're pressing for 5. Pull it down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Really note those lights shining forward. Okay, push the floor into the ground. Turn your quads, glutes, and that exhale's turning the core on. Keep some of it on as you inhale again. 5 reps. Good, no dip of the legs. Really fire your quads on. No softness in it. Take a break, set that kettlebell down. Nice. Use your legs. Good. Shake it out and feel. When you're ready, go ahead. Clean that up. Find your solid plank. Your quads are on so tight that you don't bend your knees. Glutes are on, but you've exhaled so that you aren't turning them on and doing this. You're getting tall through the hips. Make sure you stay under the bell, not pushing away and putting the weight on this side. Get under it. This one's still balancing like it did in our single arm deadlift and our single arm swing. Take that to this motion. Great, you guys look good. When you're done, set it down pretty. Good, notice how much more efficient that felt. Take a moment, feel that, catch your breath. Notice if you need any kind of shaking, touching. And then 1 Turkish get up on each side. Pay attention to your thoughts because Turkish get ups have a lot of memories held in the body. Take a moment to honor what you have just come up in your body and your mind and say, hey, we're going to work around that. We got this together. Let's hold each other's hand and let's move forward. Come up with your own strategy. Every strategy that you come up that moved you in the right direction where you felt safe and growing in the comfort zone is right. Okay? You've been here for a while, so I want you to honor that. And just be with each stage and check in. That's what this is for. It's for awareness. It's for interesting information. It's for curiosity. It's like, oh, here, let's get to know each other. It's not about, I got to get to standing. I got to get to standing. And I have to have my arm here and I have to do this. And if that's you, can you pause and just let that version of you be heard right now? Because it doesn't feel safe and that's okay. What could you do to comfort that version of you? Could you say, hey, I'll bring the kettlebell down? Hey, what if we got up without the kettlebell and tried to lunge off the ground? What if we didn't lunge? Would that feel okay for you today and we just did just this part? Or what if we started from the top and came down? I want you to start to get curious. You've been here a while, so you know all the strategies. Notice if your part of you isn't feeling safe to hear them or honor the options that are available to you. You're just not seeing them because of the energy that is operating how you are right now. Good. And knowing it doesn't have to be perfect. When you notice that there's something just not quite right, can you be like, that's okay, you did it. Next time, let's try this. There's a middle ground, and that's what we do in our Turkish get-ups. You guys are crushing this. So good. Beautiful. I love it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. So good. Taking your time. Taking your time. I like the jump. Yeah, notice the body was like, felt like it was, this is what it looked like over here. Did that. Ah. And then Deb's on there laying down going, I did that. And notice that's different for each of us, but it's still the same amount of effectiveness. It's being with what's true for you in this moment on this day, because another day it might look different. But the only thing that's staying the same is that you're aware. That's the skill you're building. That honesty, that love for yourself. When you feel rested, your heart rate's down, your breath is feeling like you can control it, and you are ready, you're going to go back for 15 swings. We have one more round of all these moves. 15 swings, 5 presses on each side, and 1 Turkish get up on each side. This is all about you trusting yourself. Have the best time. Go have a little dance party with yourself. Go juggle that weight around with power and grace. Good. Feeling those hips close and open. Feel your plank through the whole thing. Yeah, feel your power. This is what it is. Yes, you guys are so good. 15 of those. Notice when you get excited and you start to run into not the same pace and the same honesty. It's good to get excited, but bring the version of you that knows that it feels better when it opens its hips and closes. It doesn't shorten the range of motion and go quick and fast. Notice that about yourself. Okay, I noticed a couple of you noticed that, and I'm saying you. There's 2 people on here, and 2 people just changed it. Yeah, good. All right, notice your energy before you go into the next one, okay? How can you meet it in the middle? We're excited about new ranges of motion, but can we just say, hey, use that next time because we have more work. You're going to go for those presses. Remember, find that balance. Sternum, your heart is forward. Your hips are forward. You're in a straight line. Both feet are into the ground, and maybe even just a little bit more attention to make sure the one that's under the bell is going to be helping you press. You're pressing from a solid surface where the other side is balancing and still there. Not this side or that side. Right? One side's working more, and the other one is like, I got you. I'm supporting you. We can do it. We're working together to keep this facing forward. Okay? Now notice also when you get going, do you shorten your range of motion? There is a theme here. You got to come all the way down and all the way up. And you got to know if you are going all the way up and down because you're present with the whole range of motion. Yes. Good. And noticing that heart. You both are wearing those awesome logos, right? Put that Phoenix forward. Put that to be forward. Right? Notice there's a blue side, orange side. They're both helping. One side's going to be a little more dominant. The other's like, hey, I got you. This is like real life. Okay? Nice work. Yes, Chris. Great push through all the way down to that rack. Yes. Owning it. It's easier when we don't shorten it and we're in tension the whole time. We're letting openness in the joints, right? Feel that shoulder blade gliding. It's gorgeous. Yep. Turkish get up. Let's take that. Take that openness in your hips. Take that openness in your shoulders. It's got to still happen while we get into even a little bit more grit. Because Turkish get-ups can feel gritty, right? How do I open my hips and open my shoulders and open my mind and realize one part of my body is in charge and the other one is helping? Yes, and they're working together to find that balance in the middle. Well done. Oh, you got Zoe helping you. Got the puppies in for extra challenge. Yes. Yes. I love this. How are we opening it up? How are we getting up and down off the floor with our stability, with our balance, with the strength that we know is within us, but also such flexibility and mobility and like options. Take up the whole space. This is your space. You don't have to close this in. Open it up, make it yours. Make this Turkish get up yours. Where both sides of you, all parts of you, the soft, the hard, the warm, the cold, the sticky, the flowy, they're all there. They need to be there. They actually have to both be there in this to allow it to happen. We're going to feel a little off balance, and that's okay because that is us learning more about our space around us. So good. Oh, and take that moment and just reflect on the other side of this, because we are going to move on in to some cleans and some push presses. So we're just going to add a little bit of fun to it. Okay. We're going to goblet clean. I want it to be nice and heavy. One heavy single goblet clean. We're going to go for 5 reps. And then we're going to push press. So a little heavier than you had in your press, because you're going to use your body to absorb the weight and take off. But we're going to slow it down. We'll do it together. Okay. So a little heavier, get your weights. We have 2 rounds of this. Our last little bit that we're going to do today, maybe a little core burner at the end. Okay. Nice. So we're going to move on in and use a goblet clean. I'll wait for everyone to be ready there. So get that over that bell. Using that deadlift that we did. Okay. And we're going to come on up into that goblet position. Take the inhale, exhale to turn on. Inhale, come on in. And now notice on the way down, I really want you to let your shoulders just stay away from your ears and yield that weight to come down and make sure it comes back where it started. So how quick can I get my hips back? Notice where you're looking. Find that focal point that you can look at for both up and down. So I don't want the head to be tilting. You've got 12 of these, or 12 of these. Yeah. Nice. Nice. I was so close. You're like, oh, wow. Little off-putting. There you go. Nice. Yielding that weight, using that inhale and that openness. Yes, and that trust. And then push away the floor. And how quick can I use my power to open my hips and then find my plank right away and just like take this weight and just let it float. And that's my power. My power's floating in this space right here. Yes. 12 reps. Enjoy your rest on the other side. Okay. We are getting pretty explosive and power here today. Take that breath and notice it. What do you need? And then we're going to go up overhead. Always picking up the weight in the prettiest way. So using that clean technique, we're going to find the plank first. So start off in that plank to know that's where I'm going to go. We're going to do a quick dip of the hips. Okay. Keeping everything in alignment. Lights are forward. Weight under this bell. This elbow is near my hip. That's how it's going to work better. If it's like this, it's going to be real hard. Okay. So from here, quick dip. Let's just practice that. Quick dip and notice that bell. Just kind of, oh, wow, it's getting floaty. Can I do it without leaning back? Ooh, loosen my grip and then catch it. Loosen my grip and then catch it. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. So that's how little it gets to be. And then up, press it up. Good. Now pull it down and do it again. And pull it down and do it again. So that little dip is not like that. Oh, okay. It's just, oh, my power is just going to use a little bit of it. Yeah. 5. Tame in your power here. Good. Notice you don't have to hold your breath. Use your breath. Don't hold it. Don't take your breath away. You got to use it. Okay. 5 on each side. And then we move out. Take a nice check in and then move to the other side. Nice cleans. Good. Notice if you're gripping hard. Notice your thoughts. Before you go, make sure you're in that balance that you've created for all the other movements. You're going down a bit slow, Deb. You just want to go, yeah, feel that power. That's your power. Don't second guess your power. And then don't override your power either. So find that middle. Find the middle. Take your time and notice at the top, I want you to pause. Next time we'll pause and just notice, do you look away from the bell? Because both of you were. Okay, so you're here. It's awesome. There's nothing wrong, and I want you to know that this is just really cool thing for me to help you understand that we were tentative, then we went all the way. Cool. Now we know both spectrums. So next one, can I just be present and see it through my peripheral, right? And make sure I use that quick dip. I'm going to pause here enough to notice, can I see it? Is it in the spot I think it is, or am I here? and my sternum slightly away. So it's a millisecond pause, and then pull it back down and go, hey, next one, go back to where we wanted it. Okay, so we'll come back to the cleans in a minute, but I want right away for you to try that press again so we don't have space between. So you're gonna go ahead, clean it up when you feel rested. And I want you just to notice that you're gonna use your power pause, millisecond pause, to check in, pull it down. Yes. Check that your phoenix is forward. Good. And then, yeah, notice we don't want to look all the way up. It's just through the peripheral like this. Yeah. Yeah. And then look down and make sure that you don't finish it like this. Look down, look at, yeah, that's better. Good. So you don't want to have your head doing it. Your eye does it. Yes. There it is. Yeah. Now notice pause. Enough to notice that you finished like this. Go, oh yeah, I was looking at it. I didn't have to look that much. It's just like this instead of that. Okay, take a break. We'll practice that on the other side. When you feel ready, notice if you're getting too excited and you just want to get it done. That's something to honor too. Okay, so quick dip, press her up, and then yes. Notice, take a moment. I want you to notice that you come here, and am I still looking up as I come down? Take a moment and notice it's not this, it's that. That's it, nice. Beautiful. Nice. Have a great day. Awesome. How'd that feel? Yeah. Okay, so take a good little break. I'm going to invite you just to look around the room a little bit with your head. I'm going to get you to put your chin, finger on your chin, and just do some eye circles looking around the room. And then change directions, 2 in each direction. And notice how that chin is, and we move those eyes to a nice little shakeout. And we're going to go back to those presses again, okay? We're just going to, and then we'll come back to the goblet clean at the end. Fine, be good. I just want you to notice that chin and the eyes, how they can move, okay? So now that's what we're trying to apply. All the other things you just know, they're in the background. Autopilot, no problem. I'm just going to think, chin is staying here. Eye is moving up to see it. Okay, so go ahead and give that a try. Yes, 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 yep. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, good. And then put the bell down. Put the bell down. Yeah. Notice what you learned about your body there. What did you feel? How can I upload that? What did I feel that was subtly different? Okay. And just inviting, even knowing, hey, I had 3 that I did that. And then the other one, I didn't have endurance for my eye to do that. That's okay. That's just interesting information for you. That's how your body is maybe not perceiving those last 2 reps as safe. So those last 2 reps aren't actually going to get me growing forward. They're putting me back into a state of tension. I had safety. I trusted. It was fine. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, but we have to have fun. And if that didn't work, what would be wrong with setting it down and then getting 2 more? So those are the cool things that you get to know. Your body's giving you wisdom, and we can honor that. So let's try it on the other side. Okay. Yes. Yep. Yep. Notice, can I find the piece? Yes. Yep. 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 So good. Yes. Yes. So good. Beautiful. Awesome. And beautiful set downs too. I just want to honor that and like take a moment. That was so good. I want you to notice what you've just experienced. Okay. Even just honoring, oh, that's the truth. Oh, I wasn't feeling safe. Oh, I just felt heard. Guess what? Got 5 on the other side. And that was the side that I don't normally get that many on. And that's the one I was really looking away from. So boom. Wow. That what a gift you just gave yourself. You just honored the wisdom that's within you. Trust, love. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get that heaviest bell that we have. Let's just goblet clean that up. Let's go for those 12 reps. And just with that, such trust and that amazingness of how you know yourself and what you're capable of and how you're going to honor and be true to you, you don't have to squat. Just goblet clean it up. Just 12. So up and down. Yep. Good. Find that focal point. Remember, your eyes are telling a story. Do they feel safe? If they feel safe, the rest of the body is going to start to feel safe. We're going to actually be able to absorb into those joints that we've been working on. We're actually going to feel the right amount of tension that we need. We're going to find our own alignment, our own power, reclaiming ourselves and feeling strong here. You are amazing. Keep it up. Get your 12 reps and then celebrate the heck out of yourself. Boom. Awesome. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. Okay. You're going to come on into plank. We're going to hold 30 seconds into plank. Okay. Then we're going to do a little bit of dead bug for 30 seconds, and then we're going to side plank for 30 seconds on each side, and then take a break. All right, that's going to be our finisher. Let me get my clock. All right. Here we go. 3. Oh, wait, you're not ready. Don't rush. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rush you. Take a moment, take a breath. Don't come in and stress. 3, 2, 1, and go. Plank. You can be on your forearms or on your arms, whatever feels best for you. Chris, put your bum down just a little bit. So lengthen yourself over. Think about your spine getting longer and shoulders over top of your wrists. Yeah. And if you need to be on the knees to do that, we need the spine long first. There you go. Yep, that's it. Good. We got 10 more seconds here, and then you're going to go ahead and roll yourself over. You'll have 10 seconds to roll over, and you can do this as a dead bug or V up, whatever feels best for you. 2, 1, and then you're going to come on in. All right, you got 10 seconds to get on your back. We're either going to come here into dead bug, or you can roll up into that hollow, and we'll do V-ups as long as we're doing it with this pace, not momentum and not our neck. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Alternating. Good. Make sure that you have that core, like that anchor of your belly button being pulled. You feel that rib cage really stacked over top of the pelvis, and you have that space, that intra-abdominal pressure that we created in the warm-up. Good. You got about 15 more seconds here. Good. Really working into that core. This is your celebration. And then go ahead, take a break and find yourself into a side plank. Okay. We're going to stack those shoulders on top of each other, those hips, everything facing forward. You can be on your knee here, arm up. You can be on your feet. Go for it. 30 seconds. Nice. Looking good. 20 more seconds. Last 7. And go ahead and over to the other side. 10 seconds. Last 30 seconds of the time here. And go ahead. Good. Notice where you're looking. We learned a lot about where we're looking and how that matters. How are you absorbing your presence in this space, right? Notice where your arm is in space. Notice where your feet are. Notice are your shoulders stacked? Just checking in on those check-in points, right? Bringing in the pathway to your subconscious as you're in strength. So noticing your breath, noticing the postures that you're holding, noticing the sensations that are there, noticing any sounds that maybe you're making, noticing what you're looking at, noticing anything. I forgot what time we started at. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds. Sorry, I started talking. And take a break. Awesome. Take a moment and just be. You have done all kinds of ranges of motions. We felt those shoulders move. We felt those hips move. We have lengthened and shortened your muscles, all the kind of stretching that you would want. We have tightened those muscles. We have strengthened them. We have softened your joints. We've created lubrication in it. We've done all the work. You don't need to stretch anymore. Just lay here and let that be absorbed. Let that be felt. I did this. I did this work. How can I let all of that be felt? How can I let this cycle complete? How can I let that charge of energy that I brought in, how can I help it flow through me to create the energy of vibration I want today? I want you to take as long as you need here and just pausing and coming in to notice your breath. Noticing any sounds that you make. Maybe you want to sigh, maybe you want to let any of that come out. Maybe you want to sing, maybe you want an affirmation from yourself, maybe you want to tune into the music around you. Noticing how your posture is being felt. How does it feel? Right? What kind of sensations are present right now? Really name them. Is there temperature to it? Is it moving? Does it make you remind you of an image? Does it make you have certain thoughts about yourself? Is there an emotion with it? Noticing if you're wanting to touch anything there, or just noticing we've got foam rollers touching you. Does that feel good for you? The ground, the mat, your clothes. And just being aware of your space. We really learned about that, your sight, and how it's always observing and checking in your safety and giving you cues if you're not feeling safe, if you're not able to look at that, if you're looking away because that doesn't feel like a safe place. That's a very cool thing for you to observe and maybe invite into your day today. And then just noticing that emotion, right? What emotions are moving through you right now? Are they ones you want? Do they feel stuck anywhere? Do they need something to help move them through a little bit? Taking your time here before you come, remember coming to that site, making sure you feel safe, checking in your external world through all those 5 senses, and setting some intentions to have a really powerful day today, but holding the grace as well.